April, thanks. As we recognize Black History Month, one woman in Tucson can proudly say she holds the title of being the first Black author in residence for the Pima County Library System. I met up with her to hear her story. For Adiba Nelson, the distinction came as an honor and a shock.
We've had Black authors live in Tucson, pass through Tucson, born and raised in Tucson. So to know that up until 2024 there hadn't been one, it was a little bit disheartening, but I'm very honored to have been the first.
Nelson's work as a writer is largely rooted in her heritage and experience.
I'm Afro-Latina, so I'm Black and Puerto Rican, and that has shaped my journey as an author, as a human being, as a mom, as a person living here in Tucson.
Her catalog started with children's books when she noticed a lack of representation.
My children's books are typically about things that I needed when I was growing up. So I needed to understand that I was beautiful and I belonged. And so in Oshun and Me, that character deals with not feeling like she belongs because she's a little different. But she's not different because she's disabled. She's different because of her hairstyle that her mom does. And I needed that growing up because I was always in braids and shells and beads and everything, and I wanted to feel like I belonged too, and so I wrote that book. But then there's also the part of my daughter. My daughter is disabled, and there are slim to zero children's books that highlight and feature disabled children as lead characters. My children's books will always feature lead characters that are disabled children of color.
Her first children's books led to a memoir, which in turn led to more children's books. Now, Nelson's working on her first novel. As the author in residence, she worked with aspiring authors, leading workshops and sharing her own success.
Because it is so difficult for authors of that community to break into the publishing industry, and because I was fortunate enough to get in and been somewhat successful in the traditional publishing industry, I felt like as the author in residence, being the first, it's my responsibility and my role to kind of pass along that information, kind of one of those things where you get in the door and you hold it open.
Oh, boy.
Right? Amazing. And so Adiba just launched her newest book. She had a book launch a week ago. It was very exciting for Oshun and Me. And you can get copies of it online, or you can go check out her books at the Pima County Library.
It's a beautiful book.
Yeah, the illustrations are also really stunning.
Well, love what she says, too. Get in the door, open it up for others to come through, and then open their minds and expand their knowledge. And that's what the library's for anyway.
Yeah,
Good for her.
she's a talented writer. Very